Look at the sun. You cannot stare directly at it without going blind. It is 109 times wider than Earth. 1 million Earths could fit inside its volume. It provides all energy for life on this planet. It is a god to us. Now forget it. VY Canis Majoris, one of the largest stars ever discovered. If you placed it where our sun sits, its surface would reach beyond the orbit of Saturn. The sun is a grain of sand next to a beach ball. Light takes 8 hours just to travel around its circumference. This is the upper limit of stellar size. Stars cannot grow much larger without tearing themselves apart. But stars are not the largest objects in the universe. TON 618, 66 billion times the mass of the Sun, an ultramassive black hole sitting 10 billion light-years away in the constellation King's Venatici. It is the largest single object ever discovered by science. If you placed our Sun next to TON 618, you could not see it. Not because of distance, because it would be too small to register. A bacterium next to a whale. VY Canis Majoris, that monster star we just saw, place 1 billion of them together. You still have not reached the mass of TON 618. This is not a star. This is not a galaxy. This is a singularity. A point of infinite density wrapped in an event horizon so large it defies human comprehension. The event horizon, the point of no return, cross this line and even light cannot escape. For a black hole the mass of our sun, the event horizon is 6 kilometers across. You could drive around it in a car. For TON 618, the event horizon is 390 billion kilometers wide. Our entire solar system, from the sun to the orbit of Pluto, measures 12 billion kilometers across. You could fit 40 solar systems side by side across the event horizon of TON 618. Let that settle in your mind. Imagine standing at the edge of this abyss. You look across. You cannot see the other side. The curvature is too gentle. It appears flat, like an ocean at night. Light takes 11 days to travel from one side of this event horizon to the other. Voyager 1, the fastest human-made object, has been traveling for 47 years. It has covered 24 billion kilometers. Inside TON 618, it would have barely moved. It would take Voyager 1 over 1,500 years just to cross the diameter of this hole. This is not a hole. This is a tomb, a prison, a deletion from reality. But TON 618 is not silent. It is screaming. Black holes do not emit light, but the matter falling into them does. TON 618 is surrounded by an accretion disk, a swirling maelstrom of gas, dust, and shattered stars. This material orbits the black hole at speeds approaching the speed of light. Friction between particles heats the disk to trillions of degrees, hot enough to emit X-rays, hot enough to glow brighter than any star. TON 618 is a quasar, an active galactic nucleus. It shines with the luminosity of 140 trillion suns. To understand this brightness, consider our Milky Way galaxy. It contains 400 billion stars. On a clear night, you can see its band of light stretching across the sky. TON 618 outshines the entire galaxy it sits inside. If you could see it with your naked eye, it would appear brighter than the full moon, despite being 10 billion light-years away. This is the most luminous quasar ever discovered, a lighthouse at the edge of the universe. We can see it because it is shouting into the void. TON 618 exists at a distance of 10.8 billion light-years from Earth. The light we see today left that quasar when the universe was only 3 billion years old. We are not seeing TON 618 as it is now. We are seeing its past. A photograph from the childhood of the cosmos. And here is the horror. That light has been traveling toward us for over 10 billion years. It crossed empty space, threaded through galaxies, bent around gravitational wells, and finally struck a telescope mirror on a small planet orbiting an average star. We built that telescope. We pointed it at a specific patch of sky, and we found a monster. Gravity warps space-time. This is not metaphor. This is physics. The stronger the gravity, the slower time moves. This is called gravitational time dilation. It has been measured. It has been proven. Near the event horizon of TON 618, time breaks. If you orbited just outside the event horizon and watched the universe, you would see time speed up. Stars would be born and die in seconds. Galaxies would collide in minutes. The cosmic microwave background would shift and fade. 1 hour for you would be 1,000 years for the outside universe. You would watch humanity rise and fall. You would see our sun expand into a red giant and swallow the earth. You would witness the heat death of stars. And if you fell past the event horizon, time would stop entirely for you relative to the outside universe. You would be frozen at the edge of the present moment. The universe would end before you reach the singularity. But from your perspective, the fall would take seconds. Gravity this strong does not just bend space, it bends the concept of existence itself. If you approached Tan 618, you would not survive the journey. Long before you reached the event horizon, the tidal forces would tear you apart. Your feet would experience stronger gravity than your head. You would stretch. Spaghettification, physicists call it. Your bones would snap, your cells would rupture, your atoms would be ripped from their molecular bonds. You would become a stream of subatomic particles spiraling into the accretion disk. And then you would be gone, erased, your information, your memories, your existence compressed into the singularity. There is no escape, there is no rescue, there is only the fall. Here is the mystery. Tan 618 should not exist. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. Tan 618 existed when the universe was only 3 billion years old. This black hole had already grown to 66 billion solar masses. Black holes grow by consuming matter. They eat stars, gas, dust, anything that crosses the event horizon. But this process takes time. Even under ideal conditions, a black hole can only grow so fast before the radiation from its accretion disk pushes away incoming material. Scientists calculate that a black hole starting from a single massive star would need the entire age of the universe to reach 1 billion solar masses. TON 618 reached 66 billion in 3 billion years. This should be impossible. One theory is direct collapse. In the early universe, before the first stars formed, there existed massive clouds of pure hydrogen and helium. These clouds were so large and so dense that they collapsed directly into black holes without ever forming stars. These would be primordial black holes, born from the chaos of the early cosmos, already massive, already hungry. If TON 618 began as a primordial black hole with a mass of 100,000 suns, it would have had a head start. It could have grown to its current size by feeding on the dense gas clouds of the early universe. But this is speculation. We do not know. We cannot know. Another theory is hierarchical merging. Small black holes merge to form larger ones. Those merge to form even larger ones. Over billions of years through countless collisions, a monster like TON 618 could be built. But the math is tight. The timeline is tight. Every merger must happen at maximum efficiency. No time wasted, no matter lost. It is possible, barely. Or perhaps we are wrong about the laws of physics. Perhaps in the early universe, when matter was denser and space was younger, black holes could grow faster than we think. TON 618 is a puzzle, a challenge, a reminder that we do not understand everything. You are standing on a planet that orbits a star. That star is one of 400 billion in a galaxy. That galaxy is one of 2 trillion in the observable universe. Your planet is 8,000 miles wide. Your star is 860,000 miles wide. Your galaxy is 100,000 light-years wide. TON 618 is 390 billion kilometers wide. Its mass warps space-time across billions of light-years. It is a god in a universe of gods. And you are standing here on this small world, looking up at the sky with a telescope, trying to understand. TON 618 reminds us of our place in the universe. We are not the center. We are not the focus. We are not the purpose. We are witnesses, observers, dust that learn to think. We live on a rock orbiting a spark, terrified of a void we can barely see. And yet we look, we measure, we calculate, we try to understand. Because that is what we do. We are small, but we are not silent. TON 618 exists whether we see it or not, but we see it, we found it, we named it, we studied it. And in that act, we assert our existence. We matter because we choose to matter. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. It will exist for trillions more. Stars will burn out. Galaxies will drift apart. Black holes will evaporate through Hawking radiation. In 10 to the 100th power years, TON 618 will be gone, dissolved. Return to the quantum phone. But tonight, it is out there, shining, consuming, existing. And we are here, looking up, trying to understand the dark God at the edge of creation. That is enough.